This video tutorial will address the following questions. Is it necessary to buy a branded original mocha pot from Italy, which costs 3 to 4 times more, or is it alright to buy a no-brand mocha pot? What are the differences in the way they function, the time it takes to brew, the yield of the brew, the texture of the coffee, and most importantly, the taste? Hello Coffeeholics, welcome back. For those of you who are planning to start their business using mocha pots for your coffee, this is the video tutorial to watch. And also for those who are planning to use mocha pot to make their coffee at home, check out this video because I am going to do a review on which mocha pot to buy. So there are many available mocha pots in the market. Some are with brand, others are no brand. So today what I'm going to do is to review Bialetti mocha pot, which is the original, versus no brand mocha pot. What are the differences between the two? So which of this should you buy for home or for business? When you're doing a coffee shop business using mocha pot, you might have to buy a few, 4 or 5 of these mocha pots. It is therefore important that you make the right choice, what to buy. In terms of price, the branded mocha pot is about 3 times the cost of a regular mocha pot. So if you buy a few, it will make an impact on the investment that you have to make. So first, the price. Second, if we look at the quality, the one without the brand looks a little bit lighter. It's the material that is used, absolutely, whereas the original is more sturdy, more robust. In terms of durability, well, I have been using this no brand mocha pot for about a year now, and it hasn't really given me trouble. Now, I have just bought this 3-pot mocha pot from Bialetti, but I've used it about 2-3 months, and also it gives me the same result, no problem at all. So this is the Bialetti, and this is the no brand. Now, the Bialetti one is definitely newer, that's why it's still shining. And in terms of the basket, for the basket, both of them have the same size, so about 13 to about 20 grams of coffee. I normally can pack in up to 20 grams of coffee beans here. And in terms of the boiler, they also have the same capacity, about 6 ounces. Now, if you look closely inside, as you use it for a longer period of time, the color changes. Now, because again, this is quite new, it's still very, very new, but in time, it will also end up like this. It's not really rusty, it's just the way it goes. Let's look at the filter basket. The size of the holes for both mocha pots is similar. Let's look at the filter from the boiler to the pot. The Bialetti mocha pot has finer holes, whereas the regular mocha pot has larger holes. So what it means is that when you use the Bialetti mocha pot like this, it is okay to use fine grind coffee. But for this, I would recommend that you use medium grind coffee. Or to be safe, you can use medium grind coffee for both the mocha pots. This rubber gasket here is replaceable. You can find them in the market. You can order them if this is worn out, and it's the same for this one. We're going to start by brewing our espresso using the no brand mocha pot. For 16 ounces cups using a 3-cup mocha pot, my recommended amount of ground coffee is 18 grams. Grind your beans to medium grind. Fill the boiler with 3 ounces of hot water. Fill the basket with 18 grams of medium grind coffee. Pack them in lightly, but use all of the grinds. We are making iced coffee and we need our coffee to be strong. Secure the pot firmly and place on the preheated hot plate. Brew at medium heat. I am going to time the brewing process for comparison purposes. The total time to brew was about 2 minutes. I started the timer a bit later than when I placed the pot on the hot plate, so I am assuming it is a little bit more than 1 minute and 40 seconds. Make sure the boiling stops before taking the pot off the heat. Let's see how much is the yield. We started with 3 ounces of hot water in the boiler, and the yield is about 2.5 ounces. Note that the pot is clean without any sediments. Let's repeat the whole process for the branded Moka pot. 3 ounces of hot water into the boiler, 18 grams of medium grind coffee. Pack them all in lightly. If the grinds are packed too tightly, the pressure from the boiler will increase and it could result in some swelling in your filter, or worse, it could burst. Secure the pot on firmly. Make sure you get a towel to hold the boiler, as it would be hot from the hot water that we use. Hold the pot as you turn to lock it in place. Do not use the handle to turn, as it is fragile and could break. Use the handle only to pour the coffee out of the pot. Brew on medium heat. The process took about 2 minutes, but look at all that crema. Take the pot off the heat and let's check the yield. And it is also about 2.5 ounces of coffee. Looking at them side by side, the yield is the same, except the crema on the branded Moka pot is definitely more. Note that both the pots are clean and without any sediments. For those of you that end up with sediments in the pot, it could be because you are using the wrong grinds. Make sure your grinds are not too fine, that they are pushed up into the pot. See that using the different types of Moka pot, brand and no brand, the process was the same. The time it took to brew the espresso, almost the same, barely any difference there. And then the resulting espresso shots, also the same. So far, so good. Now, let's look at the taste. To make our cafe latte, there are only 3 ingredients. First are our espresso shots, and then fresh milk, and also our milk syrup. For the milk syrup this time, I don't want it to be too sweet, so what I did is to make this half and half, 50% condensed milk and 50% evaporated milk. As always, remember that you can adjust the sweetness level depending on your own preferences. Okay, so for now, I am going to assemble my latte. But just because I like to pour the coffee out of the Moka pot, I am going to put the shots back into the pot. Let's assemble our first cafe latte using the espresso from the regular Moka pot. For this, the recipe is 2 ounces of fresh milk. I'm just going to measure it straight into my measuring cup. 2 ounces there, and then another 2 ounces of my milk syrup. So I need to bring it up to 4 ounces. Okay, so that's my first latte mix. I have here a cup full of ice, and I will pour my mix into my glass. Two ounces of fresh milk and 2 ounces of my milk syrup. If you do not want to put milk syrup, you can simply put 4 ounces of milk of your choice. And now for the moment of truth. Starting with the one using a regular Moka pot. The color is perfect. The coffee should be strong. This is 18 grams of ground coffee. Do not skimp on the ground coffee, because the taste of your iced latte will be different if you use less. Follow the recipe written in my barista handbook. Okay, so cheers. Strong coffee. This is my dark roast, which has a hint of chocolate in it. It is also the perfect balance, I would think, between the milk and the coffee, just as latte lovers would like it to be. Let's see using the branded Moka pot. The color were very similar because they're equally strong coffee. The same amount of coffee is just a different Moka pot that we use. The main difference between the two is that the Bialetti Moka pot seems to have generated more crema than the one using the regular Moka pot. Let's look at the taste. As far as the taste is concerned, I would say that they are equally good. There is a slightly stronger taste of coffee using the Bialetti Moka pot, but I would say it is so marginal that maybe the customers would not be able to tell the difference between the two in terms of taste. So what exactly is this telling us? There really is no difference between using a regular Moka pot versus the branded one. The price is the main difference. Durability, well, I suppose if it's more expensive, the general perception is that it will be stronger. Take your pick. If you have more capital to invest in the business, then I would say go for the branded one. If you want to just start and do a test of the market, you can take or you can use the regular Moka pot. The difference is a third of the price of the branded one. So there you have it. If you have any questions at all about the result of this experiment, do let me know. In the meantime, stay tuned for more of these video tutorials. Thank you for watching. Ciao for now.